welcome back to the show. Well, giving birth can be one of the toughest challenges in any woman's lifetime. But imagine having that experience broadcast live to the world.
What was that, Lisa?
You heard what I said.
Well, that's exactly what Melbourne mummy blogger Adele Barbaro plans to do in a bid to help new mums. Adele joins us now. Adele, good morning to you.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
This morning?
Very nervous, but thank you.
Well, you do not need to be nervous.
Don't be nervous about this.
No.
I'll be nervous about the other thing that you're doing.
What are you planning?
Well, my blog has always been about showing a real insight into motherhood, and with the number 2 coming along, I thought it was only natural to be sharing an insight into that as well, in a very PG fashion. I think that a lot of people have thought, oh my goodness, that she's going to be showing a baby coming out. No one needs to see that. It's more showing the unpredictability of labour, and that nothing can go to plan.
So how will you actually do it?
Well, I'm thinking this time there's no plan. With my first, there certainly was a plan, but I want it to be unstaged, very real, and a very candid insight. At first, there's going to be some live video from home, if that's the way it goes, just the early stages of labour, and then following on more imagery and updates, probably hourly updates.
Please just elaborate on imagery and updates.
Well, I'm doing it with the help of my husband, and my husband only, so it's just going to be the both of us, and I imagine
So you've got no midwife?
Oh, the midwife will obviously be there at the hospital, but I believe that towards the end, it will be more just taking a photo. This is the stage that she's at now. This is the uncertainty that's come about.
Because things can go wrong. You don't want that broadcast live.
Well, yeah, there's definitely that
hospital.
aspect. Exactly right.
Behind the idea. By the way, I think it's courageous. I mean, and when you're in the middle of labour, I couldn't imagine anything worse than having more people watch. So it must have been a big decision for you to do that.
It was a big decision, but when I had my first, I was very uneducated. I think there's there's a real need for education around childbirth and labour. We all go off and do our 3-hour course at the hospital, which teaches us the things that can happen, but it really doesn't prepare us for what can happen. And with my first, I had this grand plan. I wanted a calm water birth, drug-free, and I just imagined candles and, you know, lovely. And it was the complete opposite. It was an emergency caesarean, and I was really disappointed after it.
See, I had exactly the same experience. I remember sitting in the birthing class and the midwife out the front said, well, 1 in 4 of you will have a caesarean. And I was sitting in the front row, and I remember turning around to everyone and kind of going, gee, I wonder who's going to have one of those.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I mean, I found with that, the last thing I would have wanted was to share it with other people. Are you worried about accusations of people saying you're oversharing?
No, I don't think so. It's going to be tasteful, and obviously my husband and I will have our intimate moments during it, but I want to show that expectations lead to disappointment, that you should go in with no plan whatsoever, and not just that, for the husbands as well. They've got no idea.
There's a medical plan. There's a medical plan which you would probably stick to and know that you've got to do certain things, right? But the rest of it, you don't know.
That's exactly right. I mean, my husband, he's an educated, smart man, and he thought it would be a dramatic breaking of water, speeding to the hospital, and hours upon hours of agony, but it doesn't have to be like that, and you don't know what's going to happen.
Did you have to try very hard to convince your husband?
No, he's been really supportive of me and what I've been doing on the blog. In fact, when I was discussing it and first brought it up, he went, absolutely go for it, because it's only going to help mums out there.
So this is what this is all about, making sure that women go into childbirth expecting the unexpected.
Exactly, and there's so much emphasis around childbirth and whether they did it drug-free, how long the labour was, whether it was a caesarean or what we call a natural delivery, when it all doesn't matter, as long as the mum does the right thing for her own well-being and the baby comes safely.
Look, it's your choice, and look, you sharing it is interesting. I think a lot of people are going to go, oh, I wouldn't want to watch that because it's going to be too, you know, full on at the end.
No, it won't be. So, as I said at the start, it will probably be more live imagery, live video feeds at home.
Okay.
And towards the end, a lot more tasteful and PG.
All right, Adele, you're a brave woman.
Thank you so much for having me.
Good luck with the birth.
Yeah.
That goes really, really well for you.